Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So we are going to do another wine holder, one of the other ones. And I am going to color this part in with the Beetle Blue Eye Candy mica powder. I haven't used this to brush on a mold before, so I figured why not try it. And then in here and in there, we are going to put the turquoise mother of pearl turquoise pieces, which I just got at Michael's. So I figured that might be pretty. I don't know. This was like the closest blue that I had to try to match the turquoise, because I didn't know what to go with an opposite color. So I don't know. We'll see how it looks. And then I'm going to put sticks around the edge to hold that open just a little bit. So that way we can fit our wine glasses in there without an issue. So we will do that. And I found out that it wasn't necessarily the mold, it was the glasses. They were really irregular. That's what happens when you buy cheap. All right, so I'm just gonna, and I'm gonna try using this brush and maybe help with some of the cleanup. I don't know. And I don't know how much resin this takes. So I'm gonna mix up 8 ounces and we will see. I'm thinking that it's going to maybe take 6, but you know, these molds sometimes are deceiving. So yeah, I'll mix up 8, and then, you know, we'll just kind of see where we're at, if we need more. And I'm hoping 8 is like 3 ounces too much, really, because then I can do a frog. Yeah, this is definitely less messy than when I was trying to put it on with like a paintbrush. So I do have a little cleanup, but it won't be, I don't think it'll be too bad. I just want to get these petals brushed on, and then I can mix up my resin. So yeah, we definitely don't get as much flyaway using this. This doesn't work in all applications. I find if you have a nice flat surface like this, then it works really well. But if there's like a lot of intricate detail, then this isn't the brush to use. So, and as I turn it, I can see, you know, like if I missed any other spots. And it's giving like a gold hue. So I don't know. This is one we haven't tried before, so I don't even know what color this actually is. Yeah, so the next time I get these powders, I'm definitely not going to get the sample pack, because I don't like having to use the bag. I got to find some containers or something to put them in, because it's definitely harder to get them out. Oh, we're done already? All right, so I just want to just bang this out. And then we can kind of see on this side, like right here, I can see some brush marks. So I'm gonna go back over this area here. All right, I think what I'm gonna do now is take this brush and lightly just brush over it. And hopefully that will alleviate any like brush marks. I mean, we can always touch it up and fix it after, but if you can alleviate that step, you're better off. Okay, so I'm done with this. And I'm just gonna kind of go around. And I'll probably end up using a baby wipe. So I'm just gonna go around and do the rest. What I'll do is I'll get my resin mixed up and finish cleaning this up while my resin mixes, and then we'll be back and we'll put the sticks in and the stone. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so I've got my 8 ounces mixed up. So we're gonna divide it. Like 3.5 in there, so. And then we're gonna do a small cup. I think I'm gonna try and lay the stones flat instead of like filling the whole thing up. I don't know if it's gonna work, but that's what my vision is. And I'll just pour, you know, little bits at a time to kind of get them in. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do these center ones first. We're gonna get them to lay, you know, as flat as we can. Like I said, I don't know how this is gonna look. You know, sometimes I get a mold. When I order it, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. And then I get it, and something isn't quite what I expected. And then my vision kind of goes out the door. And then I got to come up with a new one. So yeah, you know. Because I was going to put blue crushed, like, rocks in here, but then I was like, oh, I don't know what other color to put with it. You know what I mean? And there might be some clear spots through, and that's okay. Actually, I think if there is a little clear through it, might give it a little bit more something. I don't know. I do know I don't want them up high. Get some of the smaller ones up in the little points. And then, depending on how it looks, we can always bedazzle it out with some gems or something. I probably am going to put a little bit of I haven't decided if I'm going to use a little bit of crushed crystal or a little bit of the Marabou glitter alcohol ink. I don't know. I guess I'll see what it looks like, you know, once we got all these little pieces in. So I do need like 1 or 2 little pieces. All right, so that's kind of looking okay. And then we're just gonna put a thin layer around the edge of in there. And on this way here, we'll see if I should have, like, completely filled it. You know, we'll get to see the difference between a thin layer and filling it right up. Because usually when I use these, I end up putting, you know, filling it right up. But I thought maybe, you know, having some of that clear coming through might give it a different look. I don't know. I'm winging this, guys. All right, and we're gonna I'll dump a few more in. And this way here, we're not, you know, putting too much. And I don't have to worry about how much resin I use because we're going to be filling it anyways. And hopefully these are heavy enough that they are just going to stay where I put them and behave like good little stones. Yeah. And once we get them all in, then I can go through, and if I need to add a few here or a few there, I can. And that one's too big. Let's put this little one there. Oh, that one fits perfect. Need a little bit more resin in here to get them to slide a little bit more. Let's turn that around. Put that right in the tip. Oh. And that's what I want to be careful, is that I don't scrape the color off the parts I already painted. But these stones are so pretty in the resin. And I am using the Bond Craftor epoxy resin, the 1-to-1. I really like how it degasses really, really good. Let me spin this around again here. My word. So we were lucky we didn't get the freezing rain that they said. We only got rain, so I'm really, really happy about that. I can deal with rain because I know it's spring and we need it, so. Put the rest in there because I know. Get in there. Because we still got, you know, 3 more of these, so. And if you guys are bored, you can fast forward through this. I know I have a lot of people that, you know, like it when I do the whole thing and they get to see the whole process, so. And I'm not the most, you know, computer technical person as far as editing and all that stuff goes. You're lucky I figured out how to even make videos and splice them together. And then if I have enough, I will add a matching wine stopper to this. If not, I can always make that on another video. It's easy enough to match, just putting some stones in there, so. That's a big one. Let's put that over there. All right. Hang on, I gotta try to clean that because when I put the sticks in there, it's gonna be all sticky. At least get some of that stickiness gone. All right, so I need some, a little bit more. Oh, I'm out of frame. Sorry, guys. Sorry. And I'm just going to go a little at a time because I know that we're almost to the end, so. Oh, this jar has a lot of nice big pieces. And that's the thing. Sometimes you get these containers and you have a whole bunch of really pretty ones, and then other ones it's like, they're okay. Let's try to get some of the smaller ones down in this part here. And then I'm hoping these are gonna stay pretty much where I put them. They should, they're heavy enough. I feel like I have a few that are a little heavier on stones than some, so. All right, that's looking pretty good there. All right, so let's. I only got a few in here, so I might as well distribute them around. Now, let me get, not that it's really even gonna show, but we're gonna put the violet blue green. So I'm gonna just start with this cup. But see how that degassed really, really well? There's like hardly no bubbles at all in there, except for what I'm stirring in. All right, so we're just gonna, and I'm not gonna fill all the way to the top because I still gotta put the sticks in. And so I'm just going to put these around just so that it keeps them separated. I think 3 sticks each should be enough. So that way, even if we have any regular glass, I'm hoping, you know, that it still will fit in there. I mean, it's not a big deal if you don't do this, because you can do like I did on the last one and heat it up and then spread it apart. But, yeah, it's still... This just, you know, it alleviates that one step at the end. Now I could just leave this like this and then pour a back color on it, but I'm afraid that's going to take away from maybe the beauty of the abalone shells, so we're just gonna, I'm just gonna finish filling it with the clear. You know, and that way there, we might have a little sparkle shining through. I don't know. This might take the whole 8 ounces. Wow, guys. So yeah, it's gonna take 8 ounces. Wow. I was not expecting that. That's for sure. And I mean, technically, it could probably use a smidge more to get it like a heavy dome, but all right. And now we will just wait and let this cure. And I am just gonna kind of make sure that none of my stones are moving. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if they're on the back. It's not gonna show, but yeah. Alrighty, guys. I will be back on demold. Okay, guys. Moment of truth. Take out our popsicle sticks. I'm just going to put them back in my container. All right. I'm dying to see what the other side looks like. And if the cups, the wine goblets, fit in here. Just go ahead and get this all unmolded. And I didn't even turn it over and peek. Like I said, I was contemplating putting a thinner layer and then putting a dark color on the top, but we'll see. For this one, because I got the mold, I can always make more, but now I'll just have to make a wine stopper to go with it. All right. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty. It's still see-through because we did the clear. A few of the stones moved here, but overall, I am really pleased. That came out gorgeous. And again, I forgot to bring down a dang bottle. I don't have anything. Let me see if one of my paint bottles will work. Oh, look. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, when we've got to improvise. I wanted something to be able to hold it, so yay. Like this is a thicker one. See, it's the stems that are the problem. All right, so that one's not gonna fit. So I have two that fit, but, and unfortunately, I can't flip it so you can see them hanging, but I will get, I will get some pictures. Let's see. So yeah, when you're picking out your fluted wine glasses, make sure your stems are thin. Like you can see the difference in the thickness of the stem. You know, these are just dollar store wine glasses, so, but yeah, there's a huge difference in the size of the stem. So that's probably, if your glasses aren't fitting, that's probably why. So yeah. So I will get some final picks and let me know what else I could do, especially with this one, because it does have the multi-layer. Give me some ideas of different ways that I could do this. Alrighty, guys. I will, see, that's on my paint bottle. But yeah, so he came out really, really good. I'm not seeing any, there's one tiny little bubble there, one there. But I mean, overall, this came out beautiful. And the stones give it the weight so that it doesn't feel like plasticky at all. So I will let this harden up for, you know, a few days before I would leave it on the bottle, because you want to make sure that it's nice and firm. But yeah, that's a good size one. Alrighty, guys, I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.